Happy Republic Day to all my fellow Indians. Brothers and sisters, welcome to Tryst with Truth. When I was a school student, we had a very senior teacher in our school who had been part of India's freedom movement. His name I forgot, but one thing I can never forget about him. Every Independence Day and Republic Day, he would come and address the students. And as he shares the memories of the freedom struggle, tears would come down his face. Those tears were not merely the secretion of the lacrimal glands from his eyes, but each teardrop was leaving behind an indelible mark on our tender hearts. Each teardrop brought to life the words which we uttered in our school pledge, Bharat Hamara Desh Hai, India is my country. Every teardrop was a bonding glue which reiterated that Hum sab Bharatvasi, Bhai Behan hai. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. Each teardrop had a story to tell, helping us to comprehend the preciousness of the freedom we got from the clutches of the British. Those teardrops were not symbols of sorrow, but of joy. The joy that we are no more under a foreign rule, but now going to be governed by our own rule book, the Constitution of India. My dear brothers and sisters, here we are celebrating the 77th Republic Day, marking the day in 1950 when India adopted its constitution, becoming a sovereign democratic republic. In this episode, after a brief introduction, I wish to take you to what I believe the essence of the Constitution. Our Constitution, which is the world's lengthiest written constitution, originally with 395 articles, was drafted by the Constituent Assembly with 284 members signing the final document after toiling day and night for 3 years. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee with 2 doctorates, one from the prestigious London School of Economics, UK, and the other from the reputed Columbia University, US. And having mastered economics, law, and political theory, he was the best choice to head the Constituent Assembly. For drafting the Constitution, the committee borrowed from the 1935 Government of India Act enacted by the British Parliament, and also the time-tested features in the constitution of the other democracies in the world, and selectively applying them, adapting them to suit the Indian context. The preamble of the Constitution in its original form reads, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens 4 things: justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity." Justice, where we envisage a society with fairness economically, socially, and politically, where all citizens are treated without distinction. Liberty, we dream of a society where all the citizens would have the freedom of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Equality, which means that all citizens are equal, no discrimination, equal opportunities, irrespective of their language, race, caste, religion, etc. Fraternity, such a beautiful word, which fosters a sense of brotherhood, upholding individual dignity. There are four core values, the four pillars, indeed the essence of the Constitution, because all of the following sections and clauses in the Constitution are going to be based on these four values. One beautiful word which I came across in the preamble is dignity. It says assuring the dignity of the individual. Okay, this episode is titled Decoding the Essence of the Constitution. This discussion is strictly confined to the four foundational pillars, setting aside all other articles and procedural provisions of the Constitution. Well, I am not a constitutional expert, but in order to kindle our thoughts, I wish to put forth a series of questions from a layman's perspective. Starting with a very fundamental question. Where did we get these four values from? Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity from? Did our constitution framers invent these values or were they discovered? In invention, we create the values. In discovery, we bring to light something which was already there. So, invented or discovered. If the core values of Constitution are an invention, how about Hitler inventing his own values and drafting a constitution? Would that be acceptable to you? Take one of the values, equality. The question is, are we really equal in terms of the human worth? Or is it that we are trying to fabricate equality where we say we may or may not be equal, but we need to practice equality? Another pertinent question is, are we able to put to practice these beautiful values enshrined in the Constitution? Well, I have crisscrossed the length and breadth of this country, but unfortunately, I have many a time seen the gross violation of these values. With a grieved heart, let me tell you, my dears, that we have desperately failed in practicing the beautiful values enshrined in our Constitution. Why are we not able to put these values to practice? Answer to all these important questions will depend on our convictions, belief system, our view about man, right from our view on the origin of man, purpose, etc. Consider the origin of man. If we are the product of chance, a series of accidents in the evolutionary model, what is the worth you can attribute to human life? You are merely an accident. If survival of the fittest was the governing principle by which you came to being, all of a sudden now you start talking about values, that there should be brotherhood between the fittest and the weakest, contradicting the very idea which you claim brought you to existence. In this belief system, these constitutional values are just the outcome of some discussions held by the drafting committee, nothing more. We don't have time to discuss the approach of different philosophies to these questions. Okay, let me share my take on this. We need to have a coherent view about these constitutional values. The Bible says God created the first man and woman. If we are created by the same Creator, from the same parents, how could the children of the same parents be unequal? As the children of the same parents, we understand what brotherhood, fraternity is. Maybe over a period of time, our boundaries would have changed, our color, language, food habits would have changed. But brothers and sisters, we have the same ancestry. We are all equal. I'm excited. I'm from South India, but when I meet someone from North India, West, East, or Northeast India, irrespective of his language, caste, creed, race, etc., he is my brother, she is my sister. So I'm going to practice equality, knowing that we are really equal. Also, God created the first parents in His own image, with intellect, with emotions, with willpower, with a sense of right and wrong, and so on. That defines the worth of the human being, not a product of an accident, but uniquely created. That helps me to respect a fellow human being because he is also created in the image of God as I am. The essence of the Constitution, justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, flows from the Creator to the created man. So man is not inventing these values, but just discovering the values that God wanted to impart to him. So my dear brothers and sisters, I wish to tell you that you all are really my brothers and sisters. We are equal. Some are not more equal than the others. Regarding your worth, you are so precious to me. You truly deserve justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. I urge you, my dears, let us celebrate this Republic Day by committing ourselves to the great values enshrined in the Constitution. Shall we all together say, not just in words, but in our attitude and actions that भारत हमारा देश है, हम सब भारतवासी भाई बहन हैं, हमें अपना देश प्राणों से भी प्यारा है. जय हिंद. God bless you all. Thank you.